Hi everybody, my name is Angelique, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. This is my second time I'm gonna have to do this video. My first recording, I couldn't hear myself. Somebody was blowing a whistle. There was airplanes in the background. Oh my gosh, I guess somebody doesn't want you to get this message today, but I'm gonna record it again really quickly. Happy New Year, happy 2022. Yes, I know the new year is really in the springtime, but we're still on the calendar in this realm. So let go of all that nasty, negative, stagnant energy from 2021. Let's leave it all behind us. Let's leave 2020 behind us, and let's move forward into 2022. And I hope everyone has an amazing 2022. I know I am. I'm not taking no more bad years. I'm not taking another year of multiple lessons. This year needs to be the manifestation year. Okay, I went through so many lessons in 2021, and I hope that labor shows the fruit. Okay, all right. So this message, I said no. I gotta put this message out. Top of the new year. For my spiritual women, my magical women, women who are on their spiritual journey. And this message is about protecting your energy, okay, from friends, but mostly from men. And, growing up or in society, we're told that men only want to come to use us for our bodies, right? It's like embedded in our head that men are just here to use us for our bodies. And yes, I might have a couple of men come on into this video and say, well, women do that to us too. Yes, women do that to you too. But right now, I'm talking about women. I will get to men at another video, okay? So, being a magical woman, being a spiritual woman of no religion, um, it's something I noticed, and I had to learn how to protect and guard my energy and where I choose to or who I should give my energy to. Spiritual women, magical women, you have to realize how powerful your energetic field really is and how people, men, who will come just to use you for it. Not every man that comes into your life wants to use you for your body, okay? Some men want to use you for your energy, your magic, okay? Your mojo, all right? And they will come spiritually, mentally, fill up off your light and go manifest and be with another woman, okay? So a lot of times you probably dated this man, it didn't work out, or you had interest in him, he wasn't feeling you in return. You had a sexual relationship with this guy maybe in the past and y'all still keep in touch. I'm talking about men like that. So you have some type of friendship. Even your male friends could even use you. Maybe you had a crush on your male friend, but y'all just went into a friendship. All right. So I have had multiple experiences with these particular forms of relationships, okay, with men. And I noticed that they didn't want to upgrade themselves spiritually in order to be the man that I needed him to be. Okay. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about spiritually for us to be aligned to date. They didn't want to grow. They didn't want to grow spiritually. Sometimes that happens. And y'all part ways, but y'all keep in touch. And it's something I noticed that, you know, these particular men, they will hit me up not just to keep the link towards me, but they still wanted the link to my spiritual energy. So your energy is so powerful, your light is so powerful that people sometimes literally they live off of it. Okay, they live off of it. They live off of it because it motivates them. It makes them have a better day. They manifest their life from it. That's why even your enemies can miss you. Even people who, these friends did you wrong, they miss you. They don't really miss you per se, but they miss your energetic field. They miss your light. They miss your wisdom. Okay, and it's almost like a drug addict. You were their drug, okay? They were feeding literally off of your energy, and it's something I noticed where there'll be a guy, he didn't have any interest in me, or we really wasn't a match, or I wasn't his physical type. But so he'll go get his physical type, and then he'll hit me up every day, or he'll hit me up, every couple of months and be like, hey, um, what do you think about this? They'll try to pick your brain. So this is going to be the guy that he's trying to pick your brain. All right, he's always asking you things, and some people will say, well, maybe they just like conversation. Yes, but what happens is I started to know. I used to think that too. I'm like, oh, they just love my conversation. This is great, you know. But when I started to notice that they were really manifesting and using my energy, was when they will hit me up and they'll say, hey, I'm working on this movie, I'm working on this project, or I have something coming up. I kind of don't know if I should do this or not. And when you are a magical woman or you have some type of psychic abilities or something like that, you have great intuition, you literally can, guide people into a better future. Some of you are tarot readers. Some of you naturally have these psychic abilities. Being an empath, having dreams. People will literally use you for your spiritual gifts and your magic in order to manifest in their life and to make steps in their life without giving you anything back. They don't want to financially compensate you. They don't want to commit to you. They just want to come, conversate, use you to light, take that light, go manifest, and when they're done and when they're moving on to their next project, that's when you hear from them. So I know a lot of people in corporate. I attract a lot of artists. So I know a lot of actors, musicians. I don't know. I've always attracted artists because people say I look like artists, right? But anyway, so I noticed that these artists would be like, what do you think about this song? Do you think I should do this song? Keep in mind, I have no background in music. I cannot sing. People say I look like Jill Scott. I cannot sing. Okay. um, and literally, I would say, oh, yeah, you should, do this song or play it this way or do that. And they would go do it and they'll say, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe it. The song that you told me to do, they loved it. It was great. It worked out. And I'm like, oh, really? Wow, interesting. uh, or they will show, what do you think about this short film? Should I act it this way? Should I do this movie? And they go do it, and they're like, oh man, it was great. It's a great hit. And I started wondering, like, what the hell? These people were literally taking my energy, taking my advice, taking my guidance, and then manifesting. It's insane. I've had recently, I had a man admit to me, he was just like, oh, I just wanted to let you know I started writing a book because of you. And I'm like, because of me? And he's like, yeah, I started writing a book because of you. And it's really interesting how people will do that. And there's nothing wrong with being a motivation. But then what I noticed that these men were just wanting to use me for my light was when I started working on projects and I'm like, oh, I want to write a book. And they're like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. Or they're not even answering me. There was a guy who every time he did a short film or every time he wrote a script or something like that, he'll send it to me and I'm spending like hours reading the script or, telling him what's good or, giving him my blessings. You can do it. And it's another thing. Magical women, spiritual women, we're very motivating, right? We'd be like, oh, you're going to do well. They're taking all that and they're absorbing it and they're using it, okay, to be powerful men out there, right? And anyway, going back to the guy, and he, would be using my light, but then when I would turn around and say, hey, what do you think about this? No answer. Leaves me on red. I'll call them, doesn't answer my call. So please be careful where you place your energy. A lot of them already married, they got baby mamas, they live with their girlfriend, they live with their boyfriend, whatever the story is, right? And they would hit you up and ask you things that seem inappropriate or seem so personal that you think that they would want to share that with their partner. And so now, when they do ask me certain questions that seem so important, where I feel like they should be sharing this with their wife and not me, I'll say, what does your wife think about this? What does your girlfriend think about this? What does your baby mama think about this? Don't let these men use you. I'm telling you, I have seen these men go ahead and become great, even beyond me, more successful than me, just by using my energy and my wisdom and my motivation. Okay, so men don't only come for your vagina, okay? They gonna come for your spiritual light, all right? And not every woman has this magic. There are some women that men can go to and she can steer them in the wrong direction in life. Her advice is worthless. Her wisdom is worthless. Her opinion is worthless. So don't think, oh, that could be anybody. No, it's not. When you got that, when you're the chosen one, when you got that light, when you got that magic, you can really set people in their life, okay, to be millionaires, to be billionaires. That's how powerful your energy and your gifts and your spiritual gifts can really be. Okay, so don't be like, well, anyone could, they can get that information. They don't need you. You're not special. No, I'm telling you, not everybody has this light and this magic that can literally, like, it's almost, there's a seed in the dirt. That magical woman could put her hand over it and it can grow overnight. That is how powerful your energy is. Now, if you're somebody who you don't mind helping people manifest without them having to feed you as well, go ahead and enjoy it. But for me, I no longer allow these men to use me for my magic and then go and be with whoever they want. Because, a lot of men, um, they're they're hooked up on looks, right? So you might not be their physical type. So they'll go date their physical type, but then once in a blue, because that woman is not feeding their soul, they'll go after what their body wants and not what their soul needs. Their soul be actually calling out, going, we need that woman. That's the smart woman. That's the woman who keeps motivating you. That's the magical woman. We need to be over there. His soul is telling him that, but his penis is telling him, go be with that big booty chick because she's my type. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your soul, what your physical eye may need is not what your soul needs. Okay. And this is why they do this. You hear from them every couple of weeks, you hear from them every couple of months. They feed off your energy, they go manifest. I even had a guy who would take my words and my information, go bag spiritual chicks with it, and be like, yeah, I met this chick or whatever, and I talked about what me and you talked about with her, and she loved the conversation. People are that crazy to where they will literally use your words and go get the next woman because you're not their physical type, or there's something about you, or they're not willing. That's another thing. The thing is, they know that they would have to truly, truly elevate on a spiritual level that they've never been to before in order to even keep you around. They don't want to do that. So they'll go get someone who they can trick. You get it? She might not be spiritually aligned like you are, and she'll take that information and power from you and go feed it to the woman who is kind of not on your level. You get it? So, yeah, protect your energy, ladies. Okay, men are not always out to get your cookie. Sometimes they're out to get your light and to manifest. And I've looked and seen them just like, wait a minute, what? He did exactly what I told him to do. This is crazy. I've seen people become better men because of me. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. They're not even my man, and just become better men. And that's beautiful. But what did they feed me? Absolutely nothing. They didn't feed me anything. Maybe penis in the past, some of them, but they didn't feed me anything. They didn't return that light. They won't even give me advice back in return. So be very careful. Even friends do this, and I'll make another video about that, where your friends, your enemies, they will do that. They need your light in order to manifest and to grow. They knew that, dang, every time I was around her, like, I would get free stuff. Like, people notice these things, okay? I've had people say it's so crazy how a few months ago when I was in Puerto Rico with these two chicks who well, a few months ago, it was last March, 2021. I was in Puerto Rico with these two chicks who I know I am no longer friends with. And it's so crazy how the universe, God will show you the difference between you and other people who you're around. And I noticed, there was a guy who just randomly came up to me. He was like, "Oh, are you a singer? You look like a singer. Come on, sing something for me." He's like, "I'll pay you to sing me a song." And I'm like, "You're not gonna get it." I said, "I am a poet, but I don't rap and I don't sing." And this guy was just like, "Oh, did you pay your bill?" And he tried to tell the waitress, "Oh, don't swipe her card. I got her." And our bill was like maybe $150, and he was just like, "Don't worry about it." And he threw $200 on the table and walked away. And a lot of times those type of things happen to me where I can be somewhere and they're like, "Oh, all her food, all her drinks is on me." "Oh, you're buying something? I got it." "Oh, you know what, miss, can you pay for this?" Go, I was somewhere, whatever bracelet she wants here, uh pay for it for her. And that never happened to these girls. And they always used to say that, like, every time I'm with you, I get free drinks, I get free food, I get gifts, I get. This is the power of being a magical person, okay? Paths are cleared for you, opportunities come to you, things are given to you. You know why? Because you're magical, you're royalty. That's what you're supposed to get. But yet, you want to feed the peasants. And I mean that in the most humble way. And a lot of times you can lose your magic from being around the wrong people and feeding your energy to the wrong people. You will weaken yourself, okay? I know people say, "Well, it's okay. I got a lot of energy and that's fine. I am going to protect who I share my energy with. And I think you should too. Hopefully, this message resonates with you. I want to hear your comments. Hear your comments. I want to read your comments in the comment section. Have you been used for your energy? Tell your stories in the comment section or your opinion, whether you agree with me or not. And have an amazing 2022. Yes, I'll be doing more spiritual videos. My channel is going to turn into more of a spiritually based self love, self help, that type of channel, spirituality, my journey over the 10 years of me being on my spiritual journey, leaving from religion to spirituality and coming just in more alignment with who I'm supposed to be on this planet. All right. Good luck on your spiritual journey and protect your energy. Talk to you soon, guys.